I want to just show you a small design here, which is also doubled as a poster.
Do we know what program design is? I'm not sure I know what program design is.
No, I'm just showing you a design. I'm not sure what you think I said.
You said you do a lot of program design.
Oh, program design. Oh, what program design is? Yeah, designing programs for shows. When you go to a show, you get a program.
Yeah.
So they're multi-page things. So I'm going to go ahead and open this. And it's kind of a mini poster, okay, for classes held at Destiny Arts. It's not fitting in screen. Okay, so here's a little poster design. It is, what style would you guess that this is in? What do you think this is? If you could say this was an art movement style, any guesses? Is this based on any particular style, do you think?
Disco?
What do you think?
Like 70s disco?
Yeah, it's kind of a 70s style. Very good. So here's what it is. We've got the headline. We have the subhead. We're to have a little bit of extra content here. Specifics about the content. Address, phone number, details, logo. Okay. So also probably should be on this list here is possible logo. Right, so this is for Destiny Arts, hence there is a logo here. Is there a negative space in this design? Do you think this is designed for a Z or a C? Is this a C or a Z?
C. For me, it's C.
How many people
Z.
think this is Z? How many people think it's C? It's both. Okay, so it's a ZC design because you can scan it either way. You can go this way or you can go that way. That's kind of how I did it. All right, so that is an example of design. So it's somewhere between psychedelic and kind of a 70s Peter Max, Yes, Roger, I'm having a brain, Roger Nelson design. So here's how something like this begins. First thing is, did the cat have the medicine? No, not yet. Will do when I get home from work. Cat almost died. Cat is doing better. All right, now let's get back over here. So when you're starting in Illustrator, I'm going to have to cut a lot of this out, but it's okay. We're going to come over here and we're going to look at sizes. And you can see there are a couple of sizes here for letter and legal and tabloid. None of these is really particularly a poster size design. To glean the information that you need for your own poster design, we can take a look at poster design formats. Poster design formats can vary depending on who is the printer of the poster design. Common poster sizes. I would go with the 30 by 48 size personally. I'm kind of more of a vertical poster person, but this is up to you. You want to think about what the use is for the poster. I'm going to open this one up. Eight by 10, 11 by 14, 16 by 20, 20 by 24, 20 by 30, and 24 by 36. However, while these are Again, existing poster sizes. Another way to land on the answer for how and what you want to do for your particular poster size is you can look at printers and what do they offer. This is a printing company that I've used for rush printing on large format design work. Bless you. They actually do a pretty darn good job of poster printing. So when you're choosing the size that you want to use for your posters, we have these templates all over the web. And again, here are existing poster sizes. And this is uprinting.com. I love these guys. They've helped me out numerous times. So think about the context for your poster. Think about the fact that your poster is also going to be revamped to become either a stair wrap or a bus shelter art or some other in-context element. And what you may want to do is, as you're creating your poster, make sure that you're designing in layers. That's extremely important. And that you are thinking about the fact that you are going to be adapting this. You may not have to, you don't have to figure it out all at once, but kind of keep it at the back of your mind. That you're going to be designing something that's going to need to be somewhat flexible because you're going to be changing it into something else.
This will be our poster that we would be changing.
Your poster?
Class or our fake logo.
Okay, your teacher just landed on the nexus between two disciplines here. We are not doing a stair wrap. That's a Photoshop class. Your poster stands alone. You're going to just build your poster and you can photograph it or photograph a venue such as your favorite art store. Maybe your event is a kite building competition and you get a discount at Michael's Art Supply store to get the supplies for the kite building, and they're one of the sponsors, and you want to go over to Michael's and take a picture of the front of their store and then comp your poster into the window. Okay? Maybe your poster is for chili cook-off. And one of the posters is, one of the sponsors is BBQ in Oakland, where they make awesome barbecue. Maybe they're one of the judges. What would you do if you wanted to show a poster outside their venue? So you want to be thinking about that as you go along. Great question. Any other concerns? Yes.
I was struggling. I haven't done a lot of sketches, but I was struggling with. I wanted the event to relate so much to the style. Like I wanted, like my style's Bauhaus, and I kept thinking of like German things, like beer.
Yeah, beer is great.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan.
I just wasn't sure.
It could be though.
I wasn't sure we should do something like completely unreal. Like should the poster style should relate somewhat to what the event is.
You can inject an element of the concept of what the style is into the poster, but you don't have to. Okay? And I can see why that could be a concern. And yet you can certainly take advantage of that, but you don't have to. Like, I'm not trying to say, 70s, 60s, 70s Nexus design in my poster design for Destiny Arts. I'm not saying that, but I'm trying to change up the look and feel of what I do for them every month so that it doesn't become boring. Okay. Shall we continue? All right, so now here is the steps to beginning to build the design, and I am going to build it in Illustrator. I want to make sure everyone's good with the house. Yeah. She tacked her head. Yeah, I told her it was Thursday because I was... My housemate's awesome. She's so funny. All right. Now, back over here. We're going to create a new file, and I'm going to go to File, New, and here I am now looking at my new document setup, and I want to set this to whatever poster size that I think I want this to be, and in fact, I'm going to make it a 24 by 36 inch poster. It's a vertical size. It is a standard size, and you can see it's right here. So that is done. Attacked your head. Jeez. She never attacks my head. Treats me fine. Our cat's semi-feral. Okay. There we go. So now, the next thing I like to do is I like to create another artboard. This is my thing. I like to do this thing because when I start to put elements out here, if I start to type some text here, third annual, and so I never will do that. I'll never like start typing some invisible text because that's incredibly painful and difficult to do. But here's what I'll generally do is I'll create a text box, and then the first thing I will do once I begin to, before I begin to type the text, is I will pick a larger type size, such as 36, and I'll zoom Command plus, and I'll scoot myself over here so we can see what's going on. I would prefer to have to make my type smaller than larger. All right, so now it's 60. So I'm going to tell you that this is going to be the 12th annual dance marathon. All right, so I have one line of text. Have one line of text here, and I really didn't mean to make a second line, and I did make a second line. So if I, looking at this text, it's really hard to see what's going on with it because it's on this gray background. I'm going to cut it. It's now sitting on my clipboard, and I'm going to come over here to my page area, and I'm going to make a new artboard. This artboard is really just there so that I can put things on it that I am going to eventually put on my poster, but might not be ready to put on my poster yet. Another thing that you'll want to do here, I want to make sure there's no extra type here, is once you start putting your elements on your page, is to go ahead and open up your mood board. So I'm going to put this next type element here, and this is going to be a benefit for muscular dystrophy. When you're typing text in Illustrator or in InDesign for that matter, and you see that something has happened here, like I have this. You see there's a box here, a red box with a plus sign in it. This means the text is not fitting in the box. For tonight's example, I'm just going to increase the size of the box. And I'm going to talk about what's going to happen with this red box when you have more than just a line of type later, but I wanted to point it out to you because you may encounter it. Okay, 12th Annual Dance Marathon, a benefit for muscular dystrophy. Okay. So I'm typing out all the text. Event sponsors. I'm going to need that. So type all the pieces out. I know, this is exciting. Okay, so the date is going to be, triple click to select the text, August 12th, no, too many 12s, August 19th, I have no idea what day that is, 2016, and it's going to be held at Destiny Arts. And it's going to be 12 p.m. till 12, and so here's the red block. You see it there? So I didn't make this text box large enough. 11:59 p.m. Okay. And what other text might I want in here? Okay, like the address. So because this is a poster, and I want to really reiterate that, later on in the next few weeks I'm going to talk more about paragraph text, but right now I'm really just talking about blocks of text for a very specific reason. This is going to be at 79 Grace Street, and that's Oakland, CA. Oh, Oakland, I love you so much. 94608. Okay. Oakland. All right, so what other elements might I want in this design? Do I need anything else? I need the Destiny logo. I have that. I'll go place it. So I'll do File, and I'll go to Place, and I will go to Documents, to Clients. Everything is in here. One of the most wonderful things about disorganization is I can always find things by search. Destiny. Okay. And this is awesome because I have my photos in here. So I'm actually going to place a couple of things while I'm here. So I've got this group drama. I'm going to place that. And I can stick this out on the side. Does not have to be on the artboard because it's not going to get obscured by the gray. I'll do logo. Probably something else I should do right now is show you this other important tool that we have, which is called Bridge. Anybody use Adobe Bridge at all? Did you ever use it? No one's so excited to raise their hand. All right, Adobe Bridge is a tool that allows you to find content visually. It tends to be sort of a memory hog, but the nice thing about it is it lets you much more easily see content when you need to see content. Sometimes finding things without this is very difficult. So right here is my logo. So I now know where that is. It's in Documents, Client Work, LIA. So this is Adobe Bridge, and extremely helpful tool. So now I know where to get this. Documents, Client Work, LIA. So I'll go back and I'll do a place again to find the next element. It's going to be File, Place. I could never ever do things that I do without having some sense of organization of what I do, but everyone has their own method of how they like to organize things. So if you haven't worked on a project in a while, it's helpful to use Bridge to find things. All right, so there's that logo. Also, if I'm looking at Bridge, I can see some of these other sponsors' logos in here. So I have California Arts Council, I have some other people in here. So another nice trick with Bridge is that you can drag and drop. I should be able to just drag these elements over. Okay. Okay, thanks. That's helpful. Okay, so I can't drag that over. It just freaked out. And it won't preview anything now. I'm so sad. All right, so this is what happens when it can't preview my work. And it is now just, it's flailing and making me so sad. So I better make sure I save this. File, save as. I'm having a memory error, and I don't know why. So I'm going to make sure that everything is saved before it crashes. Supposed to work on the desktop. I haven't had a memory error like this in a really long time, and I'm not really sure what's causing it. But something did cause it. I'm going to close this file and see if I can open it again, and maybe that will go away. So when I go to Illustrator and I do File, Open Recent, if it has not solved it, I'm going to have to restart Illustrator. Sorry about that. And I will pause the recording. Clear clipboard. Pause.